I can't sleep. Morning, America. I can't sleep. It's early in the morning. It's about 7 o'clock here in Arizona, which is 8 o'clock to me. So I'm ready to wake up. But it's still dark out there and everybody's still asleep. I've been laying there awake for about an hour. I usually go to bed. My normal schedule is I work throughout the day and I go to bed at 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, you know. I go to bed late and I get up, you know, late morning, you know, 8 o'clock, something like that. So midnight to 8 o'clock, 8 hours of sleep. Well, everybody goes to bed early out here at the RTR. So they all, as soon as the sun goes down, they kind of retire back to their campers. A few people hang out at campfires. And I go sit around them, but even those, they shut down at 9, 9:30. So I come back to the truck. There's no TV out here. I mean, there's no TV antennas or tower stations. And nothing to do, so I go to bed. Well, I go to bed at 9 o'clock, sleep for 8 hours. I wake up at 6 o'clock, which is 5 o'clock out here. So I wake up and I toss and turn and I can't sleep anymore. So, and it's too early to get up and start the generator up and start cooking breakfast. I'd make everybody mad, so I guess I think I'm going to get up and get dressed and just have a bowl of cereal this morning, nice and quiet. And I don't know if my coffee is still warm from yesterday. Drink yesterday's coffee, I guess. Yeah, there's some heat, but it's not hot. So much for the coffee. Maybe we'll drink orange juice. So let me get dressed and I'll get with you in a second. Morning. Alright, dressed, eating my cereal. And I thought I'd get on the channel real quick. There's not that many people up right now, so the internet's actually working. And catch up on a few videos. So this is one of my
morning, everybody.
This is one of my friends here, Alan. He's parked just down the road about
the first day of the RTR.
About 500 feet.
And so I thought what I would do is just kind of give you a look around and see.
I'm going to watch Alan, so
things are at.
Get back with you shortly.
And
hello, brother trucker. How are you doing?
We're doing all right. About yourself?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Let me get set up here just a second.
All right.
Set up right below the road. So what's your name?
John Moore.
John. Stan Turner. Nice to meet you.
Why
Why aren't you down at the truck stop? Why are you sitting here?
Because I'd rather be around all these good people.
Okay. How'd you find out about it?
My mom turned me on to watching Bob Wells.
Bob Wells? Yeah, that's about everybody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you just out here for the afternoon, or you gonna sell this thing and buy an RV, or what?
I'm gonna sell this thing, and I've already got an RV, but I'm looking around at my different options.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether if I want to be in a van or a motorhome or a travel trailer.
Thing. Yeah, you're about a year behind where I was. Yeah.
But I figure if I could live in this small space, and I could pretty much live in just about anything.
Right. That's what a lot of RVers don't realize. Well, I've been RVing, or I've been nomadic for 6 months. You know, been full time in it for 6 months, and it's different, but still, you're in a vehicle. I've been in it 31 years, and you've been what?
20 years.
20 years. You know, and I know it's slightly different and everything, but still, it's just you know, you've lived on wheels all these years and moving constantly and everything, and it's kind of in our blood.
It is.
And they're new to it, most of them. Now, there's some that have been here for a long time. But anyway, so what when do you think you're going to do this?
Probably within the next couple months.
Couple months. Okay, that's soon. Okay. Yeah. What kind of rigs you? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I was looking at probably a Class C.
A Class C? Okay.
You know, maybe about 24 foot, somewhere around that area.
Is this something you already have?
No, I've been looking around.
What do you have now? You said you had an RV.
I've got a 30-foot, it's like an 85 model camper,
Okay.
bumper pull.
Bumper pull, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna go think of Class C. That way it's all self-contained.
Yeah, and then I could, pull my motorcycle behind it.
Yeah.
And I could get rid of the one-ton dually, so I don't have to have all the different vehicles. I can,
right. Yeah, my thing is I'm wanting to simplify life. Do you own the truck?
I do.
Do you own the company?
No, I'm leased to a company.
Okay, you're doing what I'm doing then. I'm leased to a company. Did you ever do the owner where you actually had your own authority?
No.
Okay. It's money's there. I mean, it's worth the money, but it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your health and your sanity.
I'm that kind of guy that just wants to get behind the wheel, drive it, take the load from point A to point B, and let somebody else handle
as
the
little
paperwork
hassles
for
as
me.
possible, right?
I give them that little bit of money, out of each check, and they take care of all the
paperwork. They do the
paperwork.
bookwork.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's me. That's the same exact thing. I did the owner operator. I mean the actual owner thing for several years, and I ran a reefer company to Dallas to LA back and forth. And it's just you're not just a truck driver. You're a bookkeeper. You're a semi-lawyer trying to do all the bookwork, the red tape for the government. It's just you're your own mechanic a lot of times because you can't afford to. You can, but you just go ahead and fix it yourself instead of sitting in line at a dealership forever.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, it was too much, and I had to back off after several years and doing my thing. I finally backed off and went back to the owner operator and let the company do the bookwork.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier.
A lot easier. So, but yeah, have you ever thought about just like some of the home builds, a van and do your own woodwork inside?
I have, but I just don't think the van is quite big enough unless I could stand up in it, because I'm a pretty good sized guy.
Really?
And I need to.
We're brothers,
I always said it took me 45 years to get to looking this good, but I just need something with a little room.
Right.
That I can at least stand up in. I can stand up in this thing. I can, but like when I cook, I have to sit on the bed.
You cooking this?
Oh.
What do you do? How?
Oh, I've got a microwave. I've got a butane stove. I've got pressure cooker.
Same thing I have.
I got everything that you can do in one of those big campers. I can do in here.
Okay, all right. So all my stuff is built in because it's from the factory. It's the big sleeper. This is a standard factory sleeper, and you just build it into shelves or something.
Yeah, it's got a place for the microwave.
Okay.
Then everything else is just
the butane stove. What do you do with that?
It comes in a case, and when I get ready to use it, I take it out of the case and use it, and then put it back up.
Now, is this like the propane bottles, or is
it's like little hairspray looking bottles?
Oh, the butane. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those are compact.
Oh yeah. Well, I found when I was using electricity all the time, off the batteries, the inverter, I was going to rip off batteries.
Yeah.
And those things ain't cheap.
About 100 apiece.
Yeah. So when you're putting out, $400 or $500 a pop, for new batteries, you kind of tend to go the other way.
Right. Yeah. Most people don't know that RVs use a deep cycle battery, and these trucks they use starter batteries, and we ask a starter battery to do what deep cycle batteries do. Well, why don't you just put deep cycle batteries in? Well, they won't start the engine. You have to have the starter batteries. So it's just one of those. Their batteries are dispensable. You just use them up and throw them away and get new ones. And it's just one of the costs of doing business. Kind of.
It is.
So, how many miles you got under your belt?
Oh, I'd probably say a little over 2 million.
2 million, yeah. I added it up one time, and I'm like 4.5 million. But I've been doing it a little bit longer.
Oh yeah.
So how'd you get into trucking?
Actually, my brother, he was going through a school for Dick Simon when they were still there.
Yeah.
And
Tricky Dick.
Yeah. And then he mentioned it to me, and I've done some things in my previous. I didn't really have no skills or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so he mentioned it to me, and I went to school and been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
Started out with a rock bucket, pulling a belly dump, then went, to another big carrier, and just went on from there. Then I decided to just go ahead and start doing my own thing. And,
sure.
But
well, I don't know, anything else you think we ought to talk about?
no. I just think that this kind of lifestyle is what I'm gonna be. Is what I'm gonna like.
I like the idea of not having all the bills and stuff. I've had the fancy life of, you know, the Corvettes and the fancy motorcycles and all the fancy toys, and it's after you always want it. When you finally get it, you're like, you know, it's really not all that what it's cracked up to be, and all the costs that go along with it. It seems like the more vehicles, like I used to go to the DMV once a year to get a tag from a pickup. Well, then I start getting all these other toys and stuff. And next thing you know, I'm down there every 2 months, and they know me by first name. You know, well, hello, Stan. How you're back? What do you got to? You know, how can we take your money today? And it's just trying to keep up with it all. And you're out on the road. You're never home. You're gone all the time. And I'm like, what's the point? You know. And I saw Bob's videos and stuff, and started looking the more simple, or what's the word I'm looking for? Minimalist approach. You know.
And once you start living this lifestyle, you can become a minimalist, because like right now, when I like you talking about DMV, I just go get tags for the trailer. You got tags for the bike. You got tags for 2 vehicles. So I got 2 pickups.
That you never drive because you're out here on the road.
You know, both my pickups I ain't put 1,000 miles on both of those in 5 years, 6 years.
I know, exactly.
So, and I'm looking, and I don't have a lot of stuff now, because once you live, like you're talking about, once you live in this truck, you learn to minimalize everything that you got. And I'm not a materialistic person. So
I used to be, and I've flipped over, and I'm not anymore. You know. So.
But yeah, I just want to enjoy the rest of what I have in life, and and this kind of lifestyle, you can live cheap.
Yeah.
If you choose to, and you can live good and live cheap at the same time.
Yep, exactly. So.
And you meet a lot of wonderful people.
Right.
So.
I'm trying to think of the next question. Well, I can't think of anything.
Where am I going next?
I'm pretty new at this interview stuff, and my channel's not really so much about interviews. But while I'm out here at courtside at the RTR, I thought I'd do a few of them. But yeah, this is where I'm heading. This type of mentality,
But yeah, this is something I'll be coming to every year. As long as they're holding it, I'll be here.
Yeah. So where's home for you?
I live in Council Bluffs, Iowa.
Iowa, okay. Yeah, very good.
Soon to be.
I was just up there not too long ago. Had a breakdown. Had to fix my alternator.
Oh, it's too cold up there for me right now.
It wasn't cold. It was a couple months ago. It wasn't cold yet back then, but yeah, it is now. Yeah, it's cold. I looked at the weather this morning. We're in short sleeves out here. It's 70, 75 degrees today, and I looked at the weather, and there's another cold snap coming down through this Midwest, and it's like back in Dallas, it's like 20 degrees again. I'm glad I'm out here.
I took a snapshot of WeatherBug and sent it to all my friends at home. You know how it's
make them jealous.
Oh yeah, I've been called every name under the book for the last couple of days. But
okay. Well, I suppose this video's long enough, so I'll try to get this up in a few days. And thank you very much for your interview. Appreciate it. And I knew I had to stop and talk to the trucker buddies, so see what they're doing. So anyway, we'll see you on down the road. Ciao.
Bye.